How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of hot butcher time. Low ABV hot butcher time. My favorite kind of hot butcher time. In the form of their Wave Burst. This is a Denali, Sabro, and Lotus hopped American Pale Ale, 5.75%. Let's dive into this sucker. Tasting notes, juicy tangerine, pleasant pine, and lush pineapple. Ooh. And there's like literal like hop particulate all over this beer. They were actually sent me the beer, Hop Butcher did, and to line the box so the beers didn't clang and bop all around, they put in fucking hop bags. And there was still hops in them, so there was hop particulate all over the place, and it smelled fucking fantastic when I opened the box. So label wise, as you can see, typical Dan. Actually, I was gonna say typical Dan Jetsa, but it's a bit more. I don't know, kind of. I like the way his art has been progressing on the Hop Butcher cans in general. It just seems like he's kind of like I don't know, doing something a little bit more. I don't know. I dig it. What do you want? So there you go. I dig the can. What do we have here? And that, my friends, would be a Hazie. A big old Hazie. Rich, golden color. Not super dense. I mean, you're talking 5.7%, so you're not expecting a gigantic beer to begin with. But she has that rich golden color. Just off-white head. Nice creaminess to her. So she definitely looks the part of a low ABV Hazie. Let's get a nose. It's like... It's all the parts of an orange. I'm not even going to say citrus. It's all the part of an orange, but there's something funky going on there. Now, you're talking about Sabro hop. I mean, the first Sabro hop beer I had was from Hop Butcher, and a lot of people have kind of taken up that hop and used it because of its fun kind of coconut expression on it. Not really getting a bunch of coconut here. I'm getting this dirty, muddled, kind of earthy greenness out of it. Now, I don't know if that's your Lotus hop. That's another hop that I've never had before. That's kind of Hop Butcher's MO when it comes to things. More times than not, if it's a new hop, I've had it from them first. But yeah, there's just like dirty, filthy greenness. Like I always talked about my nice mowing grass analogy, where you're just like riding behind a mower and having that grass kind of shoot you in the face. This is more like you had a garden over one with a little bit of weeds, and you had a bunch of like, you know, onions and scallions. It's not dank and ranky, but there's this kind of bright, kind of green, kind of vegetal scallion thing going on, along with a little bit of weediness, pollen weediness, and a little bit of green grassiness, and you kind of tilled that garden and had the actual earth itself, where it's you get that, what do they call it? I forgot what they call it, that ozone or whatever that you have in earth after it's like kind of tilled and stuff like that. It smells like earthiness. It kind of has all those bits and pieces kind of floating around in there in a very interesting way. Do I like it? I don't know. Didn't drink the beer yet. But the nose is very cool. Very intriguing, and there's just a dollop of a little bit of unsweetened orange on top of that sucker. So let's dive in. Cheers. Oh yeah. Follows in taste. Really nice, soft, creamy mouthfeel. Never going to be confused with dense, but it has this nice, fluffy creaminess to it. You definitely get, man, you get this way more kind of tropical kind of vibe to it and a taste. And it's kind of really kind of very kind of tropical fruit punch Sunny D, but in the back, very soft, not watered down, but very gentle, but very tasty. There's this really biting bitterness to it. They're talking about that kind of juicy tangerine, and there's some pleasant pine. It's piney. And it that's, I think, was that scallion-y thing I was talking about in the nose. It was kind of manifesting itself more as that pine, the actual taste. But it's pretty fucking aggressive, especially for a lower ABV beer, but it doesn't get out of control. So it's kind of tilting that line of being too big, but never getting there, which is always one of my favorite things when it comes to beer in general. When a beer gets to the edge and pulls back. Shows you a little bit of lag, pulls it on back. Yeah, this is a pretty aggressive, pretty forceful sub 6% beer, which is, again, you know, you talk about Hop Butcher, you know, hop fuck duckery is kind of what they do. Just general, just weirdness is what they do. And their low ABV beers, they don't fire them off all that often, but when they do, they tend to hit me right in the heartstrings, and this one is no different. It just has what I want going on in it, and that, and not necessarily, not in a way that I wanted specific flavors, but the way the flavors are expressing themselves, a unique twist to it, something new, something I haven't had before. We all want that. It's kind of a tall order to ask, but more times than not, they give it to me, especially in the lower ABV stuff. So when I'm getting this that piney, tilled earth kind of scalliony thing, I like that. It's fun. I talked about not getting that coconut in the nose. There is this soft, suntanny lotion thing about it. And I wouldn't say coconut. It's more kind of copper tony kind of gentleness, kind of right in between that piney resininess and that little bit of tropical fruit medley, that Sunny D thing I talked about earlier. Sandwich in there that kind of bridges the gap. It's like the Oreo cream between the two cookies kind of thing going on. And it works for me, all wrapped in a really well done mouthfeel, which I think more times than not is... It's not so much that it's great to have that, because a lot of people can crush on the mouthfeel front, but to have all the aspects kind of thrown in there and for them to work, just, again, tickles me pink. Does the whole heartstringsy thing. I mean, listen, there's no, it's not a unknown that I'm a fan of Hop Butcher. I like what they do, but at the same time, I'm not universally a praiser of theirs. I'm not universally a praiser of anybody when it comes to beer. I wouldn't say I'm hard on breweries, but at the same time, I feel like I just say what the fuck I mean. It's kind of why people like me. People hate me at the same time. But this is the best of what Hop Butcher does, at least for me. It's and like I said, it's a hard thing to do, to really do that over and over again, kind of reinvent the wheel thing when it comes to these small little hazies. But they do it, and they do it so well. So when they do stuff like this, and they do this hop fuck duckery, and they give you a beer that's not just unique, because they've had swings and misses where it's a fun take, but it just doesn't land. When they take that fun take and swing at it, swing for the fences and crush the fucking ball, it really fucking does me proper. And that's where this beer lands. So is it like, well, let's cut the chase. I like it. I think it's tasty. It's going to give you unique hop from that aspect of that kind of dirty earthiness to those little bit of pine to a little bit of kind of ranky-dankiness. And the super nice mouthfeel. A low ABV, which is my soapbox, the hill I will die on, basically. It is one of the better low ABV hazies that I've had all year, up towards the top, actually. I just dig it. I love it. I think it does everything I want it to do, plus things I didn't know I wanted to do to me. Bag availability, no idea. They sent it to me because, it is what it is. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like hops, if you like hazies, but you like some bittering in your life, and you like unique New York tastes on things. Unique New York as far as Anchorman saying unique, and then he follows with New York. I know they're from Chicago. I have to say Chi-Town because I know everybody hates that shit. But anyway, if you like those kind of things in beer, and you want them in a really well done package, and a really drinkable package, this is gonna fucking do you awesome, because it's a really tasty beer from a brewery that just does fun shit, especially in the hop front. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Hop Butcher for the world, son. See you next time. Cheers.